Today we are on the air with Chef Jerry Garvin, a.k.a. G. Garvin, who is hitting the road again for the third season of Road Trip with G. Garvin, premiering Wednesday, May 21st at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Cooking Channel. An acclaimed cookbook author and larger-than-life personality, G. Garvin takes viewers on a culinary expedition through 13 episodes. This isn't his first television gig either, as he is widely known for his television series Turn Up the Heat with G. Garvin, which ran for 7 seasons on TV1. The show's increasing popularity earned the talented artist a second series on the same network entitled G. Garvin: The Road Tour, which premiered in 2007.
G. Garvin has mastered offering a one-size-fits-all approach to cooking sophisticated and simple meals, proving that even the most basic cooking palette can create the most flavorful of dishes. He is a native of our very own Atlanta and began building his culinary repertoire during childhood. His first cookbook, Turn Up the Heat with G. Garvin, was an NAACP Image Award nominee. His down-to-earth approach to cooking and discovery of off-the-beaten-path foods has made him one of the most respected chefs on the culinary scene today. His claim to fame is showing everyday cooks how to keep it simple with a Southern twist.
I mean, you really are this Renaissance man when it comes to this industry. You're touching every piece and part of it. Which is your favorite?
All of it, because I got to tell you, it's corny, it's cliche to say I'm not supposed to be here, but you just don't see it when you're growing up in Atlanta. You don't have a lot, you don't understand a lot, so you don't realize just how much of the world will embrace you in all of these different capacities. I think what I enjoy the most is that people still like me. People still want to work with me. The Travel Channel, Cooking Channel, the Food Network show, the restaurant at the airport, the books. I'm doing a big G. Garvin live on August 7th at the Bucketeer Theater. I appreciate that people still like it. People still, want to see me. So I try and be, a good person to them,
And so accessible. And, we really appreciate, because this show runs in the Atlanta market, the way that you really integrate Atlanta into everything that you're doing, and you're coming back. So what will be this show about that you're doing at the Buckhead Theater?
Buckhead Theater is essentially, imagine a cooking demonstration with a one-man stage play. So one of my next books is called Answers to a Young Culinarian. I wrote this book based on the philosophy of all of my travels and everyone asking me, hey, Chef Garvin, how do you get a book agent? Hey, Chef Garvin, I want to open a restaurant. How do I start? Hey, Chef Garvin, I want to open a catering company. These are people who just have no idea how to get to the next step, whether it's a publisher, an agent, a good attorney, if they want to write a treatment. So what I've tried to do is I've compiled all of those questions from literally all over the country, and I've answered those in book form. So G. Garvin Live will be a culinary cooking experience coupled with stories of my life and my past.
We love that. So are there a few words of wisdom you would pass on to a chef if you were looking at the G. Garvin of the future and he's 20 and he's starting out? What would you tell him today to build a career?
I would say the most important thing, and this is a philosophy I live by. Not everyone is a chef. There are line cooks. Be a great line cook and become a great chef. And in doing so, you understand the business totally. You understand the science of food, the taste of food, the cost of food, the food cost, health department rules and regulations, ready overall. You can only do that by truly embracing the cook world, because the cook world allows you to become a great chef. And most 18, 19, 21-year-olds go, yeah, I'm a chef. You're not. You're cheating yourself. Be a great cook, because it's the great cooks that make the great chefs.
Good, great answer. As you know, nowadays, healthier. I know you watch your show. You got these fish and chips and chicken pot pies made, with butters and everything. But we shouldn't be eating that every day. So we're seeing more and more, a trend towards healthier food. And what have you done in your life as a chef and your restaurants, and what advice would you have for people out there to start making still very tasteful, delightful dishes, but on the healthier side of things?
Well, everything has to have an option. It's interesting how For example, in my restaurant, we started the restaurant with a rosemary garlic baked chicken, very, very low salt content. And the salt we do use is kosher, but the way we marinate that chicken is just tasteful heaven. But people really wanted fried chicken. So, we didn't do anything fried. So I would say that for everything you offer someone, offer them an option. Our baked catfish or tilapia, we could steam it. We can steam any of our vegetables. So we've got green beans, we've got broccoli, we've got carrots, we've got sauteed corn. Any of my vegetables we can do as steamed option, as a no-salt option. So I would say implement things on your menu that can be used in multiple ways. For example, turkey meatballs. You could also do a turkey burger. You could do turkey tacos. So it's a healthier way to use one item. Options, options, options. Give people options.
And then that last piece of advice, do you serve as a role model for those kids during your culinary boot camp? Because I know you said you started off with exercise. You advise people to get out there and move it?
Oh, no, it's mandatory. It's not an option. It's not an option. I lead by example. I work out 6 days a week, and this is not a choice. When you sign up for the culinary boot camp, it's very clear. Because it's all a part of it. If you wake up at noon and you got to be at work at 1, you'll show up at work sloppy, tired, unproductive. But if you have to be at work at noon and you're up at 9 and you get a good workout in and a full breakfast and you've fed your brain in a way that you're prepared for the day, then you'll have a good day. So, yeah, I absolutely lead by example.
Remember, today's show is sponsored in part by Today's Restaurant, the food service industry newspaper, and one of our sponsors. Today's Restaurant's the trade newspaper for the industry in Georgia and Florida. This is Eric and Robin Gagnon, the restaurant brokers. We've been talking to G. Garvin, host of Cooking Channel's Road Trip with G. Garvin, as we satisfy your appetite for acquisition, feed the need for restaurant reality, and serve up a recipe for business success.